Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and we're all about getting amazing value out of credit cards in the form of points and miles so you can earn free luxury travel or even more free economy travel if that's what you prefer. And today I have a special guest on the show who has made several videos about really thinking outside the box in terms of getting credit card rewards, earning massive multipliers on his spending, and that is none other than Richard Debs. Welcome to the show, Richard.
Hey Ben, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I think we're gonna share some exciting news with everyone, and so I appreciate your time.
It's awesome, man. Yeah, and we've got some, like you said, we got some really exciting things to go through in this episode, which I think you're all going to enjoy. How to get huge multipliers on credit cards. So first of all, I know you did a few videos specifically talking about the Bilt card, and then we're going to go into a few other cards at the end, so do stick around for that. But you were getting some massive multipliers, and I want to talk about, first of all, we've got the 4x on everything method with the Bilt card. So why don't you let us know a little bit about that?
So the Bilt card, it really holds a special place in my heart because I got it early last year, right before I went to Africa for a long-term trip. And so the reason I picked the Bilt card is because one of my philosophies when it comes to travel and using credit cards to facilitate my travel is I want to make sure that when I'm at home, I can use credit cards to earn points. And then when I travel abroad, especially because I do 2, 3, 4, 5 month stints abroad, I can continue to use credit cards to earn points. So I strategically pick cards that don't have foreign transaction fees, that have great multipliers, etc. And so I got the Bilt card early last year. And the reason I wanted to get it right before my trip is because of its 2x category on travel. The reason that's important is because the places that I stay in Africa are typically coded as guest houses or they're coded as hotels, which falls under the 2x travel umbrella. So I'm like, this would be amazing. If I can use my Bilt card and earn 2x, it would be great. But then I used it to pay or book those, those stays on rent day, which is the first of the month. So I started earning 4x on my rent abroad.
So you booked like a month's worth of guest houses in one day, right? Something like that.
Try to be strategic.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And sometimes I might book like a 3-week stay in one place, right? Especially if I'm in a new area and I want to go around and travel and have a home base. And so that's been my approach as well. And so it's just been a great card to use until December 2023 when Bilt released new guidance for its tier structures. They changed the way you can earn you can earn your status, and that directly impacted me because it forced me to now change my approach to how I'm using the Bilt card. In the past, you could use your rent spend and your non-rent spend towards your status, right? So as long as you spend enough in points, then you earn enough points, then you can make it into the gold status, which is what I wanted to achieve. But starting 2024, that's no longer the case, right? There's two ways that you can earn your status. One is using rent, but you need a crazy amount of points. Like for gold, I used to 50,000 points would do it. And this year it's 125,000 points that I need. And that's just too much. I mean, my rent is not that high in spend for me to do that. But luckily, Bilt has a second method, which is the non-rent spend, right? And you only need $25,000 in non-rent spend to achieve gold status in 2024. So I looked at it. I said, I'm not putting $25,000 in non-rent spend on the card because I spread out my expenses across many cards. But I said, how can I keep using the Bilt card to get my gold status, because it is very valuable, and it's been proven to be valuable because I've transferred out my Bilt points at a rate of 125% to Emirates, to Flying Blue. I mean, it's just proven itself to be fantastic. And I was like a little scared initially, but then when I thought about it, I said, okay, I have all this non-category, non-rent spend that I'm spending on my 2x catch-all cards, like the Amex Blue Business Plus, my Venture X. If I move those and I put them on the Bilt card, but not only put them on the Bilt card, but schedule them to go out on the first of the month, I will keep earning my 2x multiplier. So I'm not losing anything by doing that. In addition to that, I'm getting more spend on the card, more non-rent spend on the card, which is going to get me to the spend requirement of $25,000. So now I'm at gold status. Fantastic. I love it. It's beautiful. And you know what the beauty about Bilt is? It's not just gold and platinum folks that are going to get the benefit. If you get the Bilt card, you start off at blue status. Blue status alone is fantastic. Like the transfer rate, 75% for blue status, amazing.
Let's just explain the transfer rate for people that aren't familiar with it.
Sure. So there's 4 status tiers with Bilt. There's the blue status, which everyone gets. There's no spend requirement there. Silver status, the next step up, you need $10,000 a year in spend to get to silver status. Gold is $25,000 a year to get to gold status, and platinum is $50,000 a year, right? So back to my strategy here. So I moved all my non-rent, non-category spend onto the Bilt card, and I intentionally pay it on the first of the month. It's like old school, like I got paid, let me pay my bills on the first of the month. So I have a spreadsheet with all my subscriptions and my insurance and everything. And those categories are things like pet insurance, car insurance, my oil, my gas, my electricity. So all that like catch-all stuff, right? Stuff that doesn't fall neatly into a category that has an elevated multiplier. That's what I moved onto the Bilt card. Putting it on the card on the first of the month means I'm getting 2x, right? So it's a 2x catch-all. I'm getting all the spend that I need to achieve gold status to meet that $25,000 a year requirement. But then Bilt offers throughout the year these amazing transfer boosts. I'm talking amazing. Where gold status, you would transfer at 125%. So you take your Bilt points and you can transfer them to Emirates or Flying Blue or IHG or Air Canada. And they transfer at those crazy rates. And it's just a no-brainer for me.
That's awesome. So how many points, how many of the final type of points, like airline miles, does it work out at per dollar? Is it 4 per dollar or more?
My 2x category, so everything that I'm earning 2x on the card, when I transfer it out to gold, it's 4.25x.
Wow.
Right? So
that's awesome.
But that's gold status. Silver would get 4x, gold is 4.25x, and platinum is 4.5x. I'm not going near platinum. I mean, I'm dabbling with the idea of making it to platinum, but gold is kind of my sweet spot. So I want to go back to a point earlier about why gold is a sweet spot. All the statuses get some nice benefits. Gold is a sweet spot, and we saw it in March because they had a March Madness where people would vote on different, we got to vote on different prizes and stuff. And gold and platinum actually got to take advantage of not just the number 1 prize, but the first 2 prizes, right? So if you're blue or silver, you only got the first one. So I can see a lot more of that coming down the pike, and I think Bilt changed their status tiers because Bilt status is more valuable than ever. So they're making it harder for us to get status because of the value that's coming, that we have and that's coming down the road.
All right. Well, that is an awesome way to get, such a huge multiplier on non-category spend. Let's now look at your second strategy, which is the sky-high multiplier on a certain category. You were saying 32 points per dollar and 40 points per dollar, up to those amounts. I mean, that just sounds mind-boggling to most people, but why don't you explain how you get that?
Bilt dining is really the key here. So when I think about using the Bilt card to really stack the points when it comes to Bilt dining, there's a couple components. So there's the Bilt status, and then you have your rent day transfers. Bilt has a concept that's called Bilt dining, which is in 20 plus cities around the US. So these are partnerships that they have with restaurants around, where you not only earn the points on the card that you charge, right? So that's tied to your Bilt wallet. So the Bilt wallet is an app, you download it. You don't even need the Bilt card to have the Bilt wallet. You can put your Amex Gold on it, whatever card you want. So you can earn the multipliers of that card, but then you're also gonna earn Bilt points from the restaurant if it's a Bilt dining restaurant. And they have lots of Bilt dining restaurants. I mean, there's some of the best of the best. Some of them are like, they have a great variety. So what I did in Boston, because I'm based in Boston and New York, I went on the Bilt Dining website and I said, show me all the restaurants, because I wanted to search for all the 10x restaurants, right? The multipliers on Bilt Dining range from 2x to 10x. I'm not playing with the 2x and 3x. I need as many points as I can get, right? So I went in and I couldn't search by multiplier. So what I did is I loaded all the restaurants on the page. I hit Control F, I hit 10x, I saw 6 results. Luckily, one of my favorite restaurants, Rosa Mexicano, was one of the 8x restaurants, which there's a ton of as well. And so those are the restaurants that I've been strategically going to on the first of the month.
I'm guessing the first step is going to be going there on rent day, right? Which gets you the double points on dining. So 2 times 3x, which would be 6x. That's the first step, right?
That's the first step. So 6x on dining, Using the Bilt card. Now, so that's an important point because some folks say, well, the Amex Gold has a 4x multiplier, but so that's better than 3x, and that's fine. But on rent day, your Bilt card is now 6x. And not only that, based on what we discussed earlier with the 4x catch-all, when you transfer out your 3x Bilt points, that transfers out at 6x. It's at 125%, 6.75, whatever it is. So it's still more valuable than that gold 4x.
Oh, even if it wasn't rent day, it would still be more valuable, yeah.
Even if it wasn't, when you transfer it out. And for me, the goal is travel. So I'm always going to transfer them out to partners. So if you're in one of the 28 Bilt cities, or more than that now probably at this point, you're going to go there on rent day, and you're going to use your Bilt card, which is tied to your Bilt wallet on your app. So that's going to give you 6x. And then on your Bilt dining restaurant, let's say you choose a 10x Bilt dining restaurant. The Bilt dining is going to give me 10x. My Bilt card is going to give me 6x. That's a 16x meal.
Wow.
That's amazing. That alone is fantastic. A 16x meal. So let's say that you, over the course of a year, spend $2,500 in dining.
All on rent day.
Well, yes. In this specific scenario, it's on rent day.
Using this method.
So let's say you strategically go out once a month for 10 months and spend $250. Or you spend $500 in 5 months, right? So $2,500 on the course of the year. That's going to earn you at a 16x restaurant, transferring out to gold status, that's going to earn you 90,000 Bilt points.
Okay, using the transfer out. Okay, so yeah, so we get our 16x, and then when we transfer it out, if we're gold status, it transfers at, what was it, 125%?
125%.
Wow.
Yeah. So 90,000 miles, partner miles, right? Whatever partner, Emirates, Flying Blue, whatever they're offering for that rent day. That doesn't count your Bilt rent points, your Bilt travel points, all the 4x catch-all points that we're accumulating. Now, it's unheard of because some folks say, well, the Bilt card doesn't have a sign-up bonus. I would argue that is a better deal than a sign-up bonus.
Yeah.
Why? Because you get to do this every year. Every year you can spend $2,500, earn 90,000 partner miles, and as long as these rent day bonuses continue, you get to do this every year. It's fantastic.
Normally for 90,000 miles, I think on the Chase Ink Unlimited, I spent $6,000 to get 90,000 points as the welcome bonus. So this is way less than that.
Your Sapphire Reserve, you have to spend $4,000 to earn 60,000 miles.
Points, yeah.
Your Venture X, I think it was $4,000 to earn 75,000. This is $2,500 at 90,000 partner miles on a free card, no annual fee.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, that's amazing.
I'm happy that someone else is sharing that excitement because it's like too good to be true. It should be illegal. When you think about it, like if you do 5,000 in meals over the year, that's almost 200,000 points.
Yeah, that's an incredible amount.
Nothing is going to give you those types of points for that amount spent, And so I want to let people know that even though you hear it doesn't have sign-up bonuses, it has something better. And this has been proven to be a fantastic approach and fantastic strategy to get these valuable Bilt points.
And 90,000 miles you can go to Europe round trip business class for about 100,000 miles, depending on the airline.
Yes.
You can do United Polaris for 80,000 or 60,000 if you book through Air Canada. What airline programs are you transferring out where you're getting, because the bonuses, they're different each month, aren't they? Sometimes it's like Air France, KLM, or sometimes it's, what programs have you transferred to with those huge bonuses?
I've transferred to Emirates. I took advantage of the Emirates. I took 50,000 Bilt points and transferred, and I got 125,000 Emirates miles, which was sweet. Wow. I'm Middle Eastern. I got a little Irish in me, but I'm Middle Eastern, and so I'm partial to like Middle Eastern airlines, Emirates, Qatar, Turkish, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love transferring in Dubai. It's great to go there for a day or so.
And so Emirates is one that I've done. Flying Blue is one that I've done as well. And so opportunities are endless. And we don't need those transfer boosts monthly, right?
Yes, right?
You just need them a few times a year. And as long as they give them to you towards the end of the year, like after you accumulate all your points, then towards October, November, December, if they give you a great boost then, and you have a trip in mind, that would be the perfect time to transfer your points and get that elevated bonus.
So just a few little things we should remind people of with the Bilt card. You do have to do 5 transactions per month to earn any points at all.
Which could be a pack of gum at a gas station, which could be like 5 bottles of water for the 5 transactions. I just want people to know that.
Yeah, so that's super easy. That's not really, but you just got to remember it, because if you forgot and you're like, no, I didn't earn any points. But yeah, 5 transactions per month. And then also, like we said, yeah, if you transfer your miles over, you can't transfer them back as well. So do make sure that you're happy with the airline that you're getting the bonus on.
And it's important also to only transfer your miles when you have, like, I'm living proof that this works because I travel and I use my points to travel and everything. But I only transfer my points over when I know I have a trip in mind, because when you move them to an airline, those will expire at a certain point, right? So I don't move them unless I know, I have a trip coming, I want to get these miles, etc.
Yeah, because there's no way back, and different airlines have different expiry periods and stuff. So some airlines, shorter than others. Let's move on now, because that is an incredible one, but I know obviously not everyone has the Bilt card. So I wanted to give a couple of examples of doing this with other cards. And so I've got an example, and I know you've got another example of something else you've done that's really cool as well that we'll talk about at the end. So I wanted to give you guys my example with Amex points of trying to get a really, really high multiplier. I don't beat 32. I'm not anywhere near. But it is still pretty cool. So I'm sure you're familiar with the site Rakuten, which is where you can get some really high points multipliers on certain days. So all of the sales throughout the year, like Black Friday, President's Day, 4th of July, all of those holidays, Rakuten, it gives you high points multipliers. And for those that don't know Rakuten, it's basically a points portal where you click through to some of your favorite merchants, for example, say Macy's or whatever, Dell.com, or different stores like Saks Fifth Avenue. You click through, shop on their website, and they give you either cashback or Amex points because they've referred you. So they're basically getting a commission and they're sharing that with you. And if you choose, by default, it's cashback, but if you choose Amex points, you can earn Amex points. So on some of these days, they're doing like 12% cashback, etc. So I have an example here. Let's say you go to Dell.com. I picked Dell.com because the Amex Business Platinum has the Dell credit. So I've done this where I've actually bought like a hard drive and then I get refunded anyway, but I still get the points, right? So let's say 12x.
Next level, Ben. That's next level.
It's next level. Next level. All right. So I get the 12 points per dollar on my purchase with Dell.com, and I also get an extra point, which is the point I would have earned on the card anyway, right? So I'm getting 13 points per dollar. I get the money back because of the Dell credit, although you could say I've paid for that with the annual fee, but whatever, that's a side note. 13 points per dollar. But then what you can do, Amex from time to time does do these transfer bonuses similar to what Bilt does. Typically with Amex, the transfer bonus is not just one day, it'll be around for like a month or something. Highest I've seen, well, one of the best ones I've taken advantage of is 40% to British Airways. Often they do it around the end of the year. So I transfer over 40% Amex points to British Airways. That takes me up to 18.2 points per dollar, or airline miles per dollar, from my original purchase using Amex Platinum through Rakuten at Dell.com.
That's great. So I actually started using Rakuten because I watched your video about it. And so when I go to Best Buy to buy a gear or anything like that, I make sure I through Rakuten first. Why can't they transfer my Amex points monthly though?
Yeah, that's annoying. It's once a quarter, isn't it? That's the only caveat with Rakuten. It's once a quarter.
But it's still phenomenal. It's still excellent.
Yeah, and actually, if you guys haven't used Rakuten yet, we'll put the link below. You can earn $30 or 3,000 Amex points after you make your first purchase, and I think that deal is going on till the end of the month. So if you want that little bonus, do check it out below. And then if you wait until the next sale, whatever day is coming next, Memorial Day probably, they will have those huge points multipliers as well. But I want to move on now to the last example, because this is another credit card from Citi that you use, and you've got a great strategy with this. So why don't you tell us all about that?
I had a Citi Custom Cash card that I was using for gas. So it was my 5X gas card. And then I was able to product change my second Premier card to a Custom Cash. So now I have 2 Custom Cash cards. And so I said, I want to maximize this. I want to earn 5X on my groceries. Now, my primary grocery store is Trader Joe's, and they sell alcohol, right? And it's also Whole Foods, and they have a hot bar, which I treat like a restaurant, so it's like a buffet really. And so I got 2 custom cash cards and I said, I want to take all my grocery spend, which is a high bill because it includes alcohol, because it includes the Whole Foods hot bar, and I want to earn 5x on that. And so when I got my 2 cards, I switched from gas onto groceries. So now I'm earning 5x on, let's say, $1,000 in groceries. All right. So the reason is because it caps at $500.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of categories that you can use your custom cash on. And then Citi says, whichever one is your highest, we'll give you 5x on that. And then everything else will be 1x. It goes against my being to pay 1x for anything, like to earn 1x on it. So I always have to maximize it whenever possible. So what I said is, since I know what the categories are, let me pick grocery stores. And then when I go to the grocery store, I never want to pay 1x on any overage. So what I do is I buy a gift card for $500 for that gift store, for that store. So I go to Trader Joe's and I get $500 in gift cards, or I go to Whole Foods, I get $500 in gift cards. And then anything above that I need to spend on, I just use my Amex Gold, which earns me 4x, or I use my, anything else. The next best multiplier card that you may have, right?
So if your bill is like $550, that extra $50 is going on the Amex Gold because you've only got $500 on the gift card.
Exactly. And the cashier is always confused. I'm like, I want to buy this gift card for $500, and then I want to pay for all of this with it. Like I do it on the spot, and they're always like, huh? And then it works. But it's a great thing. So I actually have 3 custom cash cards.
And that's through product change, right?
Well, the second one's through a product change. The third one I'm an authorized user on, but it's all in the family, right? So so we're maximizing. So it's 5x on $500 times 3, because I have 3 of the cards. So that's 5x on $1,500. That's 7,000 thank you points on groceries, stuff I already pay for. That includes alcohol. That includes a hot bar. And then times 12, which I never really will get there because I always have a trip coming and I have to leave the country. But times 12, that's 90,000 thank you points on groceries. So if you're a family, if you have a high grocery bill, it's a fantastic strategy. Now, it might take you a while to perform a product change, right? I had to wait a while, and Citi won't give me a double cash card because I think they know I'm going to convert it to another custom cash. So they're denying me.
Let's just say something about that, because Citi actually allows product change from any card to any card within their system. Actually, apparently, except for the Costco card, apparently, but pretty much any Citi card could be converted into a custom cash. So if you have a custom cash already and you want another one, and you've got like a Citi, whatever, double cash or anything, even an American Airlines card from Citi, it can be converted into another custom cash.
Yeah, they keep denying me. I'm very upset with them. Like, and I'm on there with the rep. Like I had 2 premieres, and you won't give me a 2x card. Like really? Anyway, but that's an aside. So it was a product change and then an authorized user. So now we're at the point where we have 3, and I feel like maximum. And you don't have to all use it for the same category, right? If you're a real estate agent and your gas bill is high, for your car, you could do 1 card for your groceries and then another card for your gas, right? Yeah. That way you can get 5x on
500 on 3 different categories, basically.
Exactly. So it's just a fun card, 5x. I mean, if I get 5x on everything, I would be very happy.
And how many points does that produce per year for you?
90,000. If I were to stay in the US and use it for 12 months, it would be, so it's 7,500 per month times 12, which is 90,000 thank you points.
That is awesome.
If I can get a 4th and a 5th, I will. I just won't put that out there. Citi's going to have to stop me. They're going to have to stop me from doing that.
That's awesome, man. Well, guys, I hope that's given you guys some ideas at home on like how you can think outside the box with credit card rewards. If you have any other ideas of your own, leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard. And why don't you tell everyone how they can find you on YouTube? I mean, we'll put your channel, but just give us a little introduction to your channel.
Thanks again for having me, Ben. I've been a fan. I've been watching your videos. I mean, you're one of the indispensable channels I go to learn about credit cards. Because again, I'm a traveler first, and I want to use credit cards. So folks like you giving us the all that information is fantastic. And so my channel is R2 Travel Rewards, and that's my finance channel. And I also have a channel I started before that, which is about traveling Africa and different parts of the world. That's my name, Richard Debs, Debs, and that's my travel channel. And so they kind of go hand in hand in that sense.
Cool. That is awesome. And we'll put like a link to your channel, and I'll also put a couple of the videos that you did on the Bilt card and stuff on screen for people to click through and check out. Guys, don't forget there's that $30 deal or 3,000 Amex points deal with Rakuten that you can get for signing up as a bonus. And also, if you want to learn more about the Bilt card, we'll put a link to the Bilt card below as well. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.